Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Betrayer Online. Scared the cat. Welcome to the online. Let's try that again. Welcome to the Betrayer Online release party. Thank you all for joining me on a Thursday. I know it is a little bit out of the ordinary, but I got to go to Germany tomorrow because I am DJing at good old Kult Tempe. So if you are in Western Germany or anywhere in Germany and you want to, well, come watch me DJ, please do that. I had sort of a cool reveal planned here with with the mask, but the freaking cat decided to jump up here right before we went live, and she was so freaked out by the mask that we had like a staring contest, and I tried to go live while we were actually having the staring contest because it was so absurd. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? The mask I thought was a sort of festive touch because I haven't gotten dressed up for a release party recently, and I felt like it might be pretty cool to pay homage to Morris Black. I don't know. I actually bought this mask at the beginning of the year because I wanted to have props to play with for whatever I ended up coming up with for the singles, right? So yeah, I wanted to have a bunch of different prop options like at the ready all the time. So I bought this mask. I didn't end up using it, but then I realized sort of that it would be a good sort of vibe for the song, for the Morris Black collab. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I would love to go to Oberhausen. It's die Ecke. Yeah, well, come on down. I'm flying out tomorrow. I've just finished my workout, so I'm laying on the floor sweating. That's not too bad of an evening. I actually wanted to work out today, but we are getting a new roof on the house, and at the last minute, my help was required at the construction site, so canceled my gym termin. What's a termin? It's an appointment. Been speaking German all day. It's very difficult. Yeah. So I canceled my appointment at the gym and worked outside. Worked on the good old Baustelle. Is the mask comfy? Holy shit, it is not comfy at all. It is very hot. My voice sounds super weird. And like the battery pack makes this terrible squealing noise. Just I don't know. It's awful. But I guess it looks cool on camera, especially with all the lights. So we'll keep it on for a few minutes. And then if Morris Black decides to join us at some point today, then I'll put the mask on to put him at ease, make him feel like he's speaking to one of his own, you know what I mean? Been waiting for this all day. Yes, so have I. Been really looking forward to sharing this song with you guys. Of course, if you are a Patreon supporter, you've heard the song already. So far, people seem to really, really like it, and I really like it too. I feel like it's a bit of a I don't like the word return to form, but it certainly is sort of one of the closest things I've made that is sort of reminiscent of kind of a violent emotion era aesthetic perfection in a really long time. Um, I think a large part of that is just because I've felt so sort of like uninspired by dance music. It's really had the feeling that like industrial dance music was just kind of like stale. And like nothing new was exciting me. And I got really into EDM like a few years ago, and I tried sort of like incorporating some of that into what I was doing. And I don't know, it didn't really like click the way that I had hoped maybe it would. But like this new breed, like Morris Black and Sierra, these people that are combining like industrial and synthwave and absolutely like, main stage, uh, um, Electric Daisy Festival, like EDM. I think it's really, really cool. And I feel like they've done it, swimmingly. They've just done a magnificent job. So, I applaud them, and they have certainly sort of like rekindled my interest in making dance music. So when I thought that I was going to sort of try my hand again, I figured that it would just be only fair to kind of like invite one of those artists to collaborate with me on that. And Betrayer was born. Let's see, look at that. Wow, we are over 100. Oh no, we're not at 100 just yet. I'm hoping we get to 100. Yep. Once we get to 100, we can check out the new song. Why does the mask make me think that you are going to go participate in the purge? Because it's a purge mask. It's even labeled as a purge mask on Amazon. So if you want your own purge mask, you can get a purge mask. Oh, we are so close to 100. I was like, okay, once we get to 100, we can check out the new song, and maybe I can like get rid of the mask, because holy crap, it is not comfortable. All right, we'll give the stragglers 3 more minutes, and then if they don't make it in time, tough luck. I got out of work early today and got to tune in at the beginning. I like that. That's very good. Yeah, I'll be even more impressed if you actually got out of work early to watch this. Thank you so much for all the singles this year. It made a dark time a bit more bearable. Look, oh my God, we made it to 100. We can watch Betrayer. All right, let me answer this question, or let me respond to that statement, and we will dig right into Betrayer. I really wanted to find a way for all of us to sort of stay engaged throughout the year, because I don't think anybody really knew when live concerts were going to be returning. And so I thought that it would be a good way to sort of remind you all that I'm still here. I didn't really sort of predict that it was going to be such a. I didn't really predict that it was going to be such a like a profound experience for me, both like artistically and for all of my fans, because I was just trying to think about a way to stay relevant, to stay competitive, how to remain a part of the conversation when so many of my colleagues were unable to do so. And I thought that this would be a challenge, but that it would be something. I almost like naively and arrogantly believed that it was going to be something that was easy, which is just, it's always my mistake, thinking something's going to be easy. But I didn't anticipate the fact that it would mean so much to so many people, because seeing the way you're all sort of responding to this project and how supportive you all have been just makes me feel that much more grateful to be in the place that I am. And yeah, I feel like the fact that you guys still care about what I do after all these years, and despite the fact that there's no touring or anything like that, that you still show up for these live streams, that you still check out my new songs every month. It really is a symbiotic relationship because it motivates me to keep going. And this project was so much harder than I ever thought it would be. And whenever I get discouraged or feel like giving up or like maybe I can't actually fucking do this, all of your encouragement keeps me going. So thank you for all of that. And look at that, Morris Black is here. It's time to party. Everybody, I present to you Betrayer.
Betrayer, betrayer, betrayer.
Please don't hate me.
I found myself in the company of traitors. I found myself in the den of deceit. I found myself on the edge of a razor. Betrayer, betrayer, betrayer. I found myself in the valley of vipers. I found myself in the belly of beasts. I found myself in the lair of the liars. Betrayer, betrayer, betrayer.
All right. Damn. Every time I hear that, I'm like, that song is a beast, man. Ugh. I just gotta take the headphones off because for some, like, every now and then, whenever I'm like turning off a song and then turn my mic back on, like it does this weird echo thing, which totally throws me off. So, yeah, like I said, hot damn. Every time I hear that, I'm just like completely blown away because, man, Morris Black is just an incredible producer, and I'm so stoked that we got to work on an original track together. As I think most of you know, he was the first remix of the 12 Songs in 12 Months project. I had him do a remix of SEX. Been a fan of what he was doing for a couple of months, and like I said, I was just so inspired by hearing what him and all these other up-and-coming producers were doing with industrial dance music, and I just hit him up and I was like, "Will you please remix my single?" And he was gracious enough to do it. Then we stayed in contact afterwards, and here we are on track 9 of the year. Holy shit! There's only 3 more to go. How's this even possible? It's like, I feel like I blinked and this whole thing is just gone by. It's like over already. It's so insane to me. Anyways, yeah. So that's where it started. This is a great example of how it started, how it's going. Morris Black remix of SEX. Now we're doing full tracks together. So glad you guys like it. Looking at the chat, so many of you are like surprised that I'm sort of doing this again. It's always great to see so many people so excited about all the different tracks that I'm doing, and I know that every single one of them is completely different. And I intended it to be that way. Like I set out to do it like this. But to have so many of you like sort of come along this journey and be supportive of it is great, because I expected a whole lot more naysayers, right? Like I expected a lot more people to be like, "You suck. This sucks. Make more whatever," right? But no. All right. Wow, I made it. Look at you. Congratulations, Dr. Zayas. Thank you for joining us. Better late than never, right? Do you think you'll offer another 12 songs next year? Hell fucking no. No goddamn way. Holy shit, no. 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 I'll tell you why. Because this project was crazy hard. And I really feel like it was pushing myself too far in some respects. Just with all the crazy deadlines and things like that, there were some times where I was sure. There were some times where I wasn't sure if I would make it. And I was just like, I don't know if I can continue this project. It's just too crazy. But I also learned a lot, and I learned how to sort of let go of my sort of conscious creative self and tap into the more intuitive side to just kind of allow myself to enjoy the process and not worry too much about what the end result is going to be. I mean, I was talking about this on Facebook earlier today, but it's really important to just kind of allow your inspiration to sort of make the decisions instead of second guessing yourself over and over again, being like, "Oh, is this verse good enough? Let me write 3 more verses to see if this verse is good enough." It's like, no, this verse is good enough. Move on. All right, is my chorus good enough? It doesn't matter. Your chorus is good enough. Move on. Are my words good enough? No, probably not. Move on. But I think that there's a kind of like honesty and authenticity that doesn't get lost when you just allow it to happen that way. So I'm absolutely going to create like this more in the future. I'm absolutely going to be releasing singles, but I'm going to give myself a little bit more time in between them. Time to make music videos, time to make like, proper sort of promotion plans. There's like zero promotion plans going on here. Like this is all the promotion I can really like do for these singles, because you got to remember, like, the music industry works so slow. Like, you want to promote your release. Well, you better be ready like 6 weeks in advance to start doing that. And it's oh wait, here, actually, let's do this. Yeah. Let's see if that fixes my delay problem. Or this or that. Hey. All right. Whatever. You just don't have any time to work within the sort of timelines that the music industry gives you, and it's really stupid and it's really frustrating, but those are the limitations you have to work with, and I think that I got to play the game a little bit more. So we'll see. I just want to tell you that I've started loving Ebb and Flow after having seen its wonderful music video. It's one of the best that I've ever seen. The lights, the camera, the movements, your outfit, amazing. Thank you very much. People actually like the song. That's great. Because, man, that song, nobody liked it when it came out. And I spent so much money promoting it, making that video. Nobody gave a shit. It is what it is. But look, I'm glad people like it. Have you seen Beardy Man's one album in an hour? No, I have not. That sounds a little intense even for me. Will there be a remix of this great song? No, this song is clubby enough as it is. What do you need a remix for? I was doing remixes this year because I felt like, if I wasn't going to make like club music, that I should at least include club remixes in the releases. But for tracks like this, where it just straight up is aimed at the dance floor, it didn't seem to make any sense. And it's not, the song is not going to translate into a ballad, right? Like, it's not, you can't turn it into something like the sad face version of Happy Face. So, no, this one's just going to remain a single solitary club banger. Is the next project releasing a Violent Emotion on vinyl? No, it is not the next project. The next project is collecting all of these singles into an actual album, along with one or two unreleased tracks from the year, and releasing it as a proper album. I've decided to make the album super limited in terms of its run. I'm only going to make it available in the quantity of the Patreon supporters that I have. So as of December 31st, the amount of patrons that I have, I'm going to print that many CDs. So let's say I have 650 Patreon supporters. I will print 650 CDs. I will let the Patreon supporters have first dibs on it. And whatever's left over, I'll release to the general public. But I'm not going to print 1,000 or 2,000 of them. It just doesn't make any sense, not in this day and age. So like I said, I suspect probably about half of the Patreon supporters will actually buy a physical copy. And then, like I said, they get first dibs, whatever's left over. That's what the general public will have access to. So if you want to make sure that you have a shot at getting the brand new Aesthetic Perfection album, maybe sign up for Patreon. So it will sell out to patrons. I don't think so. I think there will be a handful. I think at least half, and at most 2/3, because even most people don't buy physical media these days. So I think there will be a handful left, but I think there will be mad dash for the leftovers for sure. This is your way of convincing me to join your Patreon, isn't it? I mean, if that's what it takes, sure. But, I think that handwritten lyrics, personalized jingles, watch me work live streams, access to my Throwback Thursday posts, early access to music and music videos. And what was the other thing? Oh, yeah. Everybody got to hear the unreleased song Drag Me Down in the last Throwback Thursday post. Nobody else is ever going to hear that song. So, I mean, if those aren't reasons enough, if getting your hands on the physical edition of the brand new album is enough to push you over the limit, then I highly recommend it. What I do want to say, though, is that Patreon is super awesome because now you can sign up for an annual membership. A lot of people will write me and say that they're uncomfortable signing up for a new monthly subscription, which I completely understand. Like, times are tough and subscription services have their way of sort of like stacking up. And a lot of people have said, oh, what's the best way I can just like throw $20 at you? You can join Patreon for like $20 for the whole year because you can sign up for an annual subscription at the lowest tier. You still get access to tons of awesome perks like the live streams and early access to music, all that kind of stuff. The Imperfect Society merch line, all that kind of badass shit. And yeah, you just pay $20 and then it's done for the year and you don't have to worry about it. So just something to think about. I'm not trying to twist your arm. I'm not one of those people who's going to ever try to twist your arm. If you want to join our community, then you got to want it yourself. If you don't want it yourself, then I can't make you want it. The Bibbins can't make you want it either. Last time you didn't say hello to my staff. I've got you on the presentation screen. I've got them hooked up. So now you're the it guy to them. So add another 6 people to the count. All right. Well, hello, other 6 people. Staff of Spin Glass Hydra. So glad you're watching. I know you're just watching for the cat. I mean, it makes sense. She's a lot more attractive than I am, much more interesting. She's not really interesting right now, but I will sit impatiently for the song you wrote at Watch Me Work. Which one? If you're talking about the first Watch Me Work, that song may be coming out sooner than you think. All right. So in order to test my audio and give you guys a reason, well, here, let's have a drink. Everybody, cheers. Thank you for coming to my little soiree tonight. Appreciate you joining me no matter what time it is in your part of the world. Glad to have you here. Thank you for your support. I'm going to check my audio. We're going to watch a song, have a little drink. Let's do it.
Yeah, I wanna do drug. I wanna be happy. I wanna be loved. I wanna feel something. I want a new drug. I wanna be happy. I wanna be loved. I wanna feel something. I want a new drug.
All right. The echo's back. I hate it. But that was a new drug. Somebody in the chat said, like, write more songs that are not 2 minutes long. I think A New Drug is the only song I've ever done that's 2 minutes long. So, like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, when I first started, all my songs were like 6 minutes long. So, yeah, that was just sort of it was the outlier. You know what I mean? All right. Is that it? Oh. Well, I'm still echoing. I don't get it. Oh. Whatever. I'll deal with it. I'm a big boy. I can learn how to deal with a little echo. Even though I have echo cancellation turned on. And that's the thing. Like, I get all these things set up. They're super dope. Work flawlessly. And then of course, like, I get in front of an audience and then it just all goes to crap. It's like playing live, right? It's like everything works. It's a fine-tuned, well-oiled machine, and then you get on stage and your laptop shits the bed, and then, like, you've got hundreds of people looking at you, and they're like, "Where's the music?" And you're like, and then somebody's like, "Tell a joke," and you're like, "If I was a stand-up comedian, I wouldn't be worrying about a laptop." So, all right. Will there be a possible tour next year? Please, please, please. I was supposed to see you guys before the world ended. Look, I have no idea. I know that we had a lot of stuff planned, but just the way everything is sort of progressing right now, your guess is as good as mine. Like, nobody seems to know what the next 6 to 12 to 18 months is going to look like. So I find that it's better for my mental health to focus on the things that I know I can do instead of the things that might happen. I know a lot of my colleagues have been really sort of like going through hell, with postponements and cancellations and reschedulings, and these shows aren't happening and blah 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 blah. I only have so much mental bandwidth, and I know that like fans, the audience, they only have so much that they can like deal with before they like tune out. And when you've rescheduled a tour like 4 times, it's hard to like maintain that enthusiasm. Like, I would really just much rather focus on this when I know it's gonna happen. So, when my agent approaches me and says like, all right, we're gonna do this tour, it's gonna happen this time, instead of my agent approaches me going like, I don't know if anything's gonna happen ever. Just like, okay, fucking call me. Fucking call me, dude. Let's see. Did I fix it? I fixed it. Oh, yes. Great. Guys, we're back in business. Started my DJ stream with this last Friday, and all the mid-tempo bass heads loved it. Love to hear it. Love me some mid-tempo. I'm glad they're willing to accept me, take me under their wing. This old industrial guy who's just old and doesn't know what's cool anymore, Playing at festivals, tour can suck it. Who knows if festivals are going to happen? I don't know. I got nothing. I'm just going to wait. Just fucking call me. Good evening. Just got home from work. Did I miss the song? You did, but don't worry, we're going to hear it again. That's part of the structure of our parties. We listen to the song, and then we hang out, watch some other songs, listen to some other songs, and then then we listen to the song again. Would it be possible to see DJ mixes from you? I think so. Well, I don't know about recording mixes, but we'll see what happens. But look at that. Look what I think has happened. Oh boy. Look who it is.
Hello. Hey Daniel, how you doing?
I'm pretty good, man. How about you?
I'm good. I think this is the second time we've ever talked like actual talk.
Oh yeah, right. I was actually going to say that I think this is our first face-to-face meeting, but no, you have like a picture with me from a tour in the past, right?
Yeah, dude. I saw you when I was like 20 and I was like so excited to take a picture with you.
Where was it?
That was Webster Theater in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh man, so that must have been the tour with Combi Christ, right?
That was in fact Combi Christ and I believe Dismantled.
Okay, that was 2009, right?
It was forever ago.
Oh my god.
I was a little baby.
I mean, I was too. If that was really 12 years ago, I was. So if you were 20, then I was how old am I? I was 26. So we're not that far off. I was thinking that you were just like, some like 18-year-old kid kicking my ass with like production.
Nah, there's plenty of other 18-year-olds kicking both of our asses right now. I get frequently frustrated with just how talented these children are these days.
It's not fair because they grew up like having DAWs, like music software.
I know.
I remember like being like 16 or maybe even younger, and somebody through AOL like sent me a cracked version of Logic, but there were no software synths yet, really, so I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, this is cool, but I don't know how this works. So
yeah, we grew up in a pre-YouTube world, if anyone can imagine that.
Yeah, man, how did it like I started writing all my music like on an MPC. So,
oh shit.
MPC 2000, and obviously the internet was just in its infancy, so there were very little resources for figuring out how to actually like record and stuff like that. Yeah, well, I'm glad that we're like meeting face to face again after so many years.
It's a strange experience, and I'm here for it.
I know. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, maybe we should have like actually met one another first before just diving into the deep end to see whether or not we actually know how to talk to one another. But I think
no, we're keeping it fresh.
All right.
We're doing like the Mark Maron interview approach. Just like throw us in. Let's do it.
All right. So just before you called, I was going to subject them all to the Morris Black remix of SEX.
Oh, I did do that. Yeah,
you did do that, and I don't know if you saw, because you said you were watching the live stream on the train on your way home from work.
I was,
and I was sort of just gushing about you and your work and how
I heard. I weeped a little bit. just a little bit, like a single tear just came down my cheek.
Well, I'm also just noticing that we're having the same headphones on, which I think is a sign of our compatibility as people and musicians. So to those of you who weren't here earlier, I will just reiterate real quick that I've been a fan of what Mr. Black. Is that how I shall address you?
Yeah, sure. You can also call me Brian. I'm cool with that too. Hey Daniel, I'm Brian.
Nice to meet you, Brian. I wasn't sure if you're going to show up in the mask or if you were gonna, you know, like have like the curtains drawn and big.
Oh, that thing is so fucking uncomfortable. If I'm not performing live or getting my photo taken, I'm not putting that thing on.
I was just
Breathe in it.
I was wearing this other thing for like 15 minutes. I was like, no, this sucks.
It was not my best decision starting out, but we're here. I can't get rid of the mask now, so that's just the life I'm living.
I mean, you got to make sacrifices for your art.
Art is pain.
That's very true. So this is this is the song that started it all. Like I said, I loved everything that Brian was doing, and I just randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I was like, "Dude, will you please do a remix of a new single that I got coming out?" And I actually had no idea if he even knew who I was, because I don't know, like all these different scenes, like you never know if anybody has any idea who you are, and you don't want to approach a situation with like, hubris. I forgot how to actually say words in the pandemic, but I try not to have any sort of like ego, and I think I didn't even know if you knew who I was after you finished the remix. So
I did. I grew up on your shit, so thank you for influencing me so much.
Okay. My pleasure. I'm realizing that I don't know if I have the I must have it here, the visualizer for it. We'll just find out if I have it, and if I don't, then it'll be the next thing that we watch. Is it in my Dropbox? Oh boy. It's not. All right. So then we're just gonna I'm gonna roll the dice here and see what song comes up, and then we'll watch the Morris Black remix of SEX right after that.
You're giving me a heart attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna make risotto. Oh. Am I hearing it? There we go.
if I can find it again. Wow, you know, I used to be a professional at this stuff, but I'm not. Clearly not. Singles. There we go. Got it. SEX. Sex single. Morris Black remix. Oh my god, guys. I think we actually did it. Here we go. All right. I think I finally got the hang of how to use my own software after doing this for almost an entire year. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Sorry, I spaced out for a second. I came directly from work to here. I'm still adjusting. Hello, I'm here and I can hear you. You look beautiful.
Oh, you as well, man. I love. I don't know if you can see the chat, but they are they're lighting up over that. I think many of them had not even heard it, so it's it's awesome to sort of have people like discover something and enjoy it.
Yeah, watching the chat blow up was just it was heart melting. I loved it. Made me so happy.
Awesome. So you do like pretty regular live streaming, right?
Yeah, actually, as soon as I'm done here, I'm hopping off to my own live stream.
I've been like really hoping to join them, but given like the time difference, it just hasn't not like lined up for me. But I'm not gonna lie when I say that I'm really curious how you sort of like coax out all of these sounds, and I've sort of like seen some of your social media posts where you just keep talking about Nexus.
Nexus?
Or what's the thing that starts with N that you?
I talk about a lot of things. What do I talk about?
Wasn't it Nexus?
Was it supposed to be a synth?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably usually not shutting up about Serum. That's the thing. Serum's usually what I'm constantly going on about, even at like family dinners or whatever.
Just break out your laptop and you're like, Grandpa, you gotta check out this.
I gotta talk to you about frequency modulation right now, Grandma. Like right now. No, my streams are just based like I think you were saying, you have your what I'm working on streams on your Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically all it is. I'd like tonight I'm taking a Portishead song and just remixing it and seeing where it goes.
So do you often just kind of like start from scratch in your streams, or do you like sometimes start them with like half finished productions or productions that are farther along?
Yeah, a mix of both. Usually I just kind of open up a blank Ableton project and then just start messing around with synths and just kind of showing like, what I do to get like different sounds and just kind of build something up from there and kind of gauge by the chat whether or not I should go in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just say like, hey, tell me what genre to do, and I'll like take a stab at it.
Yeah. I always like to mix it up on those. Like sometimes I'll start from scratch. Other times like I'll start with an idea that never went anywhere, and you feel like sort of the pressure of the eyes on you sort of forces you to just, actually turn it into something. Whereas like if I was here alone or just with the cat, I might stare angrily at the screen for like an hour and do nothing, and then be like, all right, well, that goes back into the maybe pile for another year or two.
The watching eyes is the one like unfortunate thing about the stream is I feel like I'm not as willing to take big risks with so many people watching.
Right.
So I don't want to fail. Like I mean, people like my music, but like every song was a series of like 10 to 20 failures that eventually turned into something good. And I'm just way too self-conscious for people to see those failures.
Right. But that's what I mean is like, whenever I'm trying to produce something and I'm alone, like I always feel like I need to push myself like beyond anything I've ever done before. And when I'm sort of working with an audience, it's kind of cool because I just sort of like reach into my bag of tricks just to get it done. Right. So it's like, I would consider this idea lazy if I was alone, but since, I've got 100 people watching me, I'm just going to do this and, at least it's something, right?
Yeah, and I try to remember that like the things that are like basic for me are like not basic to like the first and second year music producers that are just like trying to see how to make a standard bass sound and they can't figure it out. So I try to just like relax, maybe, pull from all of like the different like presets that I've made, not like get so crazy about like, making brand new sounds every time.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of that.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this actually?
Oh man, way too long. It's like, okay, like when did I like first started making electronic music? Probably like when I was 17. Went through like, a bunch of different projects, names that I won't list here because they're terrible and I want to keep them buried. And it wasn't until like 5 years ago when I was like, okay, I've been doing music for, I don't know, like 6 or 7, 8 years now, and it's not really going anywhere, mostly because I'm not really putting any focus onto it. It's kind of just a thing I do when I'm not like, out with friends or working. It was not really a priority. So I was like, fuck this. I really love music. Let's try and make something out of it. So I had like a year where I was like, okay, I need to focus on this music project. And at the end of the year, kind of just take inventory of everything I've done and decide whether or not I'm wasting my time. And if I am, that's fine. At least I tried. But in that year, like it actually like kind of took off. And then I just kind of kept doing it and got really, really serious about it.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, it just became the entirety of my life.
Right.
And I couldn't be happier doing anything else.
Yeah. It's really cool when you feel that first connection when it actually seems like whatever it is that you're doing is resonating and connecting with people.
Yeah, you always have like a vision of like what your music is and like how you want it to be interpreted, and like when you like finally get the experience of like, oh, people fucking get it. They get what I'm trying to do. This is wonderful. Maybe I should keep doing it.
Yeah. And how long's Morris Black existed?
I think it started 2015, 2016. I don't know if you remember 2015 or 2016. There's a lot of stuff going on and I needed to distract myself. So I kind of threw myself into music.
Right. Well, dude, I mean, I feel like your project has kind of come up through the ranks pretty quickly. I think it's
no idea how the fuck that happened. It's crazy. I genuinely feel like I'm gonna wake up and like realize, oh, I didn't actually do that collab with Aesthetic Perfection. That was a nice dream, though.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that feeling never goes away.
It's beautiful.
You're gonna. I feel like I even had a dream the other day that I was like back, sort of like, in the first kind of year or two of Aesthetic Perfection, like trying to like get people to even pay attention to what I was doing at all. And it was like, yeah, this feels right. I'm like, I'm basically good enough for people, 10 people to really give a shit about what I do. And then I woke up and I was like, I don't know if this is reality. Like, did I wake up into the dream or, like, am I going to go back to playing for 5 people? I mean, I will if I must, but I guess it's what I deserve. I don't know. The imposter syndrome never ever goes away. And I think,
yeah, that's okay. I'm going to be constantly gaslighting myself, and that's just the reality I have to live in.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess it's not so bad if you're gaslighting yourself, as long as it's not other people,
yeah.
Right?
I'm the only victim here. I'm nobody. It's fine. Like when I did that like year of like just focusing on music, like just on a personal note, I remembered, like, I don't remember where it was, but I remember you made some posts somewhere like explaining like, your first journey into music and like what it took for you to like, decide like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to like move to LA and like only have my laptop and just like do whatever it takes to make it happen. And I had this moment of, I can't like half-ass this music thing. So I got to pull a Graves on this one and just focus on it and then kind of make my decision from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think without that leap of faith, like, and that sort of, you need to have that switch flip in your head because until it does, you're gonna just constantly be second guessing yourself and like wondering, like, is this the right decision? Is this really what I want out of my life? And I had that conversation with myself for a really long time because even though I knew that I wanted to be a musician, I still sort of like believed that I had to, get like a quote unquote real job and, all of that kind of stuff. So I went to school to become an accountant, which, if anybody who knows me, I'm
would have
like,
been the smarter route, like just at its core.
Everybody like told me that if you want to be a business guy, you got to go into an accounting. And I'm just like thinking in the back of my head, like, yo, I'm like bad with money. My phone's getting shut off. My car's getting repossessed. Like, is this really the path I should go down? I did it, and I did it for a couple of years, and then I was just like, this is not working. And I realized, I'm going to have to either, I'm working full time, I'm going to school part time, and then I'm also trying to make music. And so I was like, something's got to go. And so I cut out the school thing, and then I did the working thing for a couple of years, and then I was like, something's got to go. And then that's when I decided to sell everything I had and grab a laptop. And I moved to Berlin, actually, because I thought that was where you go for electronic music.
Oh shit! I just assumed it was L.A. because that's what they've been told my whole life. So you have to move to L.A. to be big in music, meet the stars.
That's what the cigar chomping exec told you. Kid, you gotta move to LA. You'll be in pictures. You'll be a big star. Just grab your laptop and some serum patches, and you'll be headlining Electric Daisy Carnival before you know it. Yeah,
one day.
You just need to have that switch flip in your head. But I think what's really cool about the internet is that you don't need to do that anymore. I think there was a time where, like, you needed to be in New York or LA or London or Berlin or whatever, but like that era has come and gone, and you can literally just do exactly what we're doing right now. Like, I live on the countryside in the middle of nowhere in Austria. You're Boston.
Yes. I just moved here like 3 years ago, and I absolutely love it here. I don't know if I'm ever going to leave this place. Maybe, like, I see it as a possibility of moving to either LA or somewhere in Europe at some point in my life. But for now, I really love the East Coast. It's where my family, my community is. And I mean, like you said, the internet has made it possible that, I don't need to, I can get my music to so many people at every corner of the globe so much faster than, like, the early days of industrial, of, like, sending out tapes to other parts of the world and hoping they get heard.
Yeah, exactly. And, once sort of things normalize again, like international touring will allow you to go and, shake hands with people in London and Chicago and LA and, all the sort of like important places. But for now, you can do that handshaking via the internet, via Zoom meetings in your pajamas.
Yeah, I've been doing a fucking lot of that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are coming up on the just over an hour mark. Is there anything you'd like to go over before we check out Betrayer again? And
not really. I'm actually pretty grateful you didn't ask me to explain my creative process, because I never know how to answer that question. I just turn knobs and things happen.
Oh, now I want to ask. Describe your creative process.
I turn knobs and things happen. Yeah. Cheers to that.
Wow. Okay. I will drink to that. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the 9th single release party. Like, I cannot believe we've come this far. Like, this has just been such an insane journey. Like, as I said from the very beginning, like, I wanted this whole thing to be a conversation with you guys, with the world. I feel like this collaboration is just absolutely a testament to that, because a lot of people sort of just assumed that I started this project with 12 songs, like, just in the can, and I was just like kicking my feet up and just doling them out every 4 weeks. But it was really important to me that this was a conversation with the world, and that I would be influenced by my experiences, that I would be influenced by your feedback. The fact that, somebody that I reached out to do a remix for the song, the first song that we started this project off with, is now the fully fledged collaborator for song number 9. Is just such an awesome experience. And Brian, I'm so thankful that you took me out of your spam messages, or whatever the secondary folder in Instagram is. I forget what it's called. Whatever the other folder is. You took my message out of the other folder and you agreed to do a remix, because that's what brought us here.
Yeah, man, congratulations on this whole process. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're a fucking psychopath for doing this, and I'm just very impressed that you held it together, and you've been very consistent, and all the tracks have been fucking awesome, man.
Thanks so much, dude. All right, everybody, we are going to listen to Betrayer one last time. Say goodbye to Brian. He's got to go do his stream. Also, Brian, drop your you do this on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Drop the link.
No, I do it on Twitch.
Good.
Twitch.tv/Morris Black.
All right, drop the link in the chat, and the mods will share it, so it'll be a clickable link. And And everybody go hang out with Morris Black right now and watch his creative process.
Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for having me on the album. It's fucking blast.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you, working together with you, and let's be sure to do this again sometime.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Take care. Enjoy Betrayer one last time. Why is it not going to the other scene? It doesn't want to go. Ah! I'm such a noob. Oh, God. There we go.
Please don't hate me.
Found myself in the company of traitors. I found myself in the den of deceit. I found myself on the edge of a razor. Betrayer, betrayer, betrayer. I found myself in the valley of vipers. I found myself in the belly of beasts. I found myself in the lair of the liars. Betrayer, betrayer, betrayer.
The cat stepped on the keyboard as she was walking away. Bad cat.
Betrayer, betrayer, betrayer. I found myself in the
Well, well, well. If that wasn't the most difficult, technically challenging live stream of the year, but we made it through, guys. Oh, man, I wish I could even I wish I could say that I was drunk and then that's why like all this happened. But no, I am just technologically inept. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Extra special thanks to all my Patreon supporters. As you know, this would not be possible without you. I love you guys. You are the best community on earth. Thank you to all of you for hanging out with me, for watching this live stream, for pre-saving and pre-ordering the single. Glad you like it. Betrayer drops at midnight. Oh, and an extra special thanks to Brian for being a good sport and coming on here and letting me weird him out with all my awkward pauses. Everybody, take care. See you tomorrow in Germany if you're coming. I hope there won't be this many technical problems. Oh, no promises.